Hi guys and welcome back to Let's Talk Music, and if you're new here, welcome to the Let's Talk Music family, where we welcome everyone and thank you for tuning in. Oh my gosh, so first video of 2023. So before I get into what the video is about, let's think back to 2022. What a wicked year that was. It's a bit slow for me to start with, but then I met some amazing people, had some amazing interviews, and I brought out a little bit of merch that I'm hoping to get on a website at some point soon. So you don't have to just buy them at gigs, you can buy them whenever you want. Bringing out some more merch soon, so keep an eye out. And we did our first ever Rock Beats Cancer, smashed it, had a great time, and some great reviews from that. So yeah, wow. So 2023, wow, we're here. How fast has that gone? The first couple of weeks of 2023 have been mega busy for me, so I haven't had the chance to get on here. But for my first interview for 2023, we have the Mad Simple coming up for you. I can't wait to get chatting to them. That'll be coming up. By the time this video comes up, it'll come up a couple days after, so that'll be great for you guys to see. And we also have Rugby's Cancer 2023, which I can confirm will be on the 3rd of June at the Four Horsemen in Bournemouth. I won't let you into too much detail of bands playing. If you do want to have a sneaky peek of that though, go over to my Facebook page and it's already up. But I'll talk a bit more of that when I talk about why I do Rock Beats Cancer in a bit more of a personal video later on. But yeah, let's delve in, shall we? Firstly, before I delve into what we're here for, I just want to say I'm sorry on my webcam again. I actually hate doing videos for my webcam, but my camera's doing some funny shit. So we're gonna get a new camera. We're gonna sort that out because then as soon as I've got a new camera, I can do face-to-face interviews again, which would be quite fun. Till then, you're gonna have to stick with this and put up with this. But yeah, so let's delve into the reason you're here, hopefully, which is why Let's Talk Music. I've delved into this a little bit in other interviews that I have done and other interviews that I've had with other people. But let's talk about it. Let's go back to the start. And we're going to go back to actually where my love of local music came from, because without that, we wouldn't have Let's Talk Music. So I've written about this a little bit on my Facebook page, but you may not know. So let's get into it, shall we? My love of local music actually started with me being a theatre kid. Believe it or not, I was a theatre kid. I did drama and music GCSE at school because I did acting. I wanted to be a pure actor. I wanted to go into like screen acting, which I had a little bit of chance to delve into in the last year or so, which has been quite nice. I was also a cheerleader outside of school. So I didn't want to do dance GCSE because like I already kind of covered the cheerleading basis, which isn't quite dance, and the kind of dance I did at school wasn't my thing. So my other GCSE choice was music, obviously, because what else are you gonna do? I delved into a bit of drumming, to be fair. Um, I do love playing the drums. I'm not great at it, but I love playing it. I'm not good enough to put myself in a band, but I enjoyed it as a side project. I was in the school choir because I'm not an amazing singer, but I can sing a little bit. And again, theatre kid, done stagecoach since I was 4. Um, I love acting. So yeah, anyway, stagecoach, drama, music GCSE. So I dabbled in music on the side, and I had a lot of friends that were their creativity was music. Um, but I was like performing arts all the way. As soon as I left school, that was it. That was my pathway. Gone to college, performing arts. That's what I wanted to do. And I've dabbled since then in lots of theatre stuff, including lights, sound, stage props, stage managing, acting, obviously, dancing. I took up some street dancing for a little bit, which I'm not good at, but we move on. It was good fun whilst it lasted. Again, cheerleading, all kinds of different stuff. But let's get into local music and love for local music. So, how did that happen, Marie? You ask me. let me tell you. So, like I said, I had a few friends that dabbled in the music in creating at school. My actual school boyfriend, I guess, I'll do the quotations, what am I doing? He was in a band for a little bit with some of my other friends. And you know, I kind of liked that about him. Of course I did. I was like typical trying to be emo kid. So I was like, oh, hello, you're in a band. No. That kind of got me into into like rock music a little bit more because before that I was a bit more pop and like mainstreamy stuff, which I do still kind of like a little bit of. But yeah, I got more into that rock music. I discovered Frank Turner um, in my late teens, and then that was it really, kind of went from there. But just digressing here. Um, so then my friend ended up going to college to study music at a college level. And from her, I met other people and made friends with a lovely guy who is now coincidentally the lead singer of Regional One. And I remember him just being one day like, come to one of my gigs, and it was it was with this youth club that I already went to. They put on this youth festival. It's called Rendezvous, and they don't do it anymore. But it was a really good festival. So basically, what it was a youth club that ran a festival for young people, and there were two tents. There was like a rapping tent, and then there was like your main stage that had local artists. They were all like young, like 17, 16 below singers, bands that people just put together, and they were great. And my friend at the time, we were just starting off as friends, but his band were headlining it, so it was like, yeah, cool, great. I went down there, loved the vibes. I was having so much fun. Unfortunately, though, I did not get to see um, them perform because one of my other friends became very ill. So I was like, I'm going to have to take him home. But because of this, I was like, I'm going to have to redeem myself. I've not heard you guys live yet. Gonna come see you. Went to a local pub, I think it was the next time. Can't quite remember. Came down, was a bit nervous to be honest, because I came down on my own, didn't have a friend with me. Listened to them and was like, not only was I then like, oh, quite like what these guys are doing. I also realised that the atmosphere at a local event, like a local gig, was so nice. Like people were coming up to me and talking to me. I was getting to know people. I didn't feel uncomfortable going on my own. That was the start of the journey of me going to gigs alone as well. Because from there, I went to a lot of gigs alone. It was weird. Like it was nice, but it was weird. But people get chatting to you at the I want to say at the bar. I feel like I was too young back then to drink. Maybe it wasn't the bar. Maybe I feel like if it was, I had just turned 18. I'm trying to think back, but it was a long time ago. From there, I just started enjoying it. And originally, it started as me going to every single one of their gigs because I didn't know other bands too well. And then I just one day was like, I'm just gonna, if I hear about a gig, I'm just gonna go to it. Whether I know the band or not, I'm just gonna go. And then it grew from there. Then I discovered other friends that had were in bands and music and stuff. And I also discovered as I was growing with this, how much hard work it is and how much work you have to put into it to keep it going. Because um, I am just going to bring up this up for the purposes of this video, and I hope they don't mind. But Regional One, who are now a really solid, great band, when they first started, before they were the band that they are now, um, really did struggle trying to find members that fit and trying to find things that fit, and they could have all given up and been like, nope, but they didn't. They kept going. And writing songs. I couldn't write a song. Who writes us? Like, I take my hat off to anyone who can write a song. Other creative stuff. I'm good at other creative stuff, but I could not write a song. So the art of that is incredible. And yeah, and to build yourself from that, I eventually started to see how much hard work went into that. I'm not saying I guess I was a little blindsided in like, oh, they just get up and sing a song. And I think you assume that because they're not a well-known band, they'll cover songs. And I'm not dissing bands that cover songs, but it's not always that simple. They want to get up and they want to do their own stuff, which is really cool. Um, so yeah, anyway, that grew and grew and grew and grew. And then lockdown happened. And obviously, at the start of it, I wasn't too concerned. Going towards the end of lockdown, when I already had a YouTube channel, but doing other things, I was starting to get increasingly worried about the music industry and if we were going to bounce back. Also, the theatre industry as well. I was worried about that because obviously that's my background. So I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to actually be able to train in anything when I'm done from here? But yeah, music industry, because I saw a lot of friends on my social medias like just they were worried too. Like, venues were shutting. And I was increasingly worried that the local music industry was going to suffer. So I popped a message to my friend and I was like, on the side of my YouTube channel, I would like to interview bands. Do you want to be the first band on it? And they were like, absolutely. When the lockdowns are over, we'll do it. So obviously it took a while. So the conversation happened in 2020, but I don't think we filmed my first video with them where we could get people together and the lockdowns were done until 2021 because we're coming up to 2 years of Let's Talk Music, something like that. So yeah, there was that. Yeah, 2021 because we celebrated our 1 year anniversary last year. Which conveniently falls on my friend Aaron's birthday, who's a drummer in a band, so I think that's quite fitting. But besides that, um, yeah, got our first interview done for Let's Talk Music. It was really slow start. I wasn't too sure about it. I was like, maybe this will be the only couple of interviews I do. I might not roll with it anymore. And then one day I just took the jump and I was just like, fine, I'm getting rid of like my other YouTube channel still up and I am going to try and build more content over there again, but I'm going to change it slightly, the content over there. But I thought, just going to make a new channel. Before this, by the way, I have to say where the name come from. So I was literally just sat there one day and the name Let's Talk Music came into my head and that was it. So I'd already had Let's Talk Music as a playlist on my channel. But by this point, I took the jump. I got a logo made. I had Let's Talk Music as a name. I knew what my logo wanted to be, so that's the drum kit. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but hopefully you have it. It's the drum kit with the Let's Talk Music in the middle because drums is my favorite instrument. It's I've played them and I was like I want like the skin of the drum kit, like the bass with Let's Talk Music in it because one of the things that catch my eye when I go to a rock gig is if they have a cool design in their drum like skin, and I was like I knew it had to be a drum kit for me. So anyway, so I knew that's what I wanted. So almost like the band was called Let's Talk Music, but I'm not a band, but and I thought this name fits because let's talk music. Let's talk about music. Let's get music out there. Let's talk about it. Is all I wanted from this platform when I took the jump was let's share stuff. Let's share our music with each other. Let's help each other. Let's get gigs out there. Let's just share the love we have for music and why we have it. And it's just become something bigger than that. It's become a community. I think it's become like a mini family. Like I said, Let's Talk Music family. It's grown, and then obviously I delved into Rock Beats Cancer, which was a very last minute thing last year. I had 6 weeks to get a poster, some bands, a venue, and ticket sales. Um, and we raised quite a bit of money and we had an awesome night. I was worried at the beginning of the night. Um, I was looking around like, oh, there's hardly anyone in here. This is not great. But towards like the third act, so we had an acoustic and then we had three bands. Yeah. So towards the end of the second act, I would say, the room started to fill and I was starting to feel a bit more positive by the end. So by the time the headliner was on, I stood back for a bit and I was in tears because the room was packed. People were singing, people were dancing, people were really going for it. I just And in that moment, I went, Rock Beats Cancer 2023. And I'll explain why I do it in another video. Like I said, that's coming up real soon. But anyway, so yeah, that is why Let's Talk Music. I love a local gig that's chill and it's fun and people are laughing and they're joking and they're having a good time. Like, Let's Music is a good time, you know. Um, it just gives so much warm vibes. Like, I just want to give an example. I love Ed Sheeran and I'd love to see him live. Like, I would go and see him live tomorrow if I had the money. I would. But the vibe you would get there compared to a local gig, I just don't think I would enjoy as much. I can't, you can't change that. And these local artists are really, really, really bringing their A game. And when I say that, I mean they're not. It's not like it used to be where people just play. They're really thinking about why they're writing the songs. They're really putting their energy into writing these songs. They've got background stories for these songs. They've got, you know, some of them have costumes for these songs because they've thought about it. They've sat down as a group and they've gone, this is why we're going to write this. This is what I want the audience to feel, and we're going to make them feel that. And that brings a little bit of my theatre kid in me because I'm like, you're trying to make an audience feel something. Um, it's not just playing a song because the song sounds all right, you know. It's they've thought about their lyrics. They've thought about what they want their people listening to feel. Some bands that I know have also got like a beginning, middle, and an end to their set, and I love that. Like little journey that they take you on. Again, theatre kid in me, so I'm like, oh, journey, I like this. And on top of that, they're so friendly and helpful with each other. They will give each other advice, tips. If they've got a gig and they've got an opening slot, they'll message each other. They're calling each other. They're combining rehearsal sessions of each other. Whatever it is they're doing that they can help each other, they are doing it. I will get messages off other bands saying, can you please interview such and such as band, because they want to help each other. And another reason why I really respect that. A proud moment for me recently was I was at a gig just before Christmas, and my friend introduced me as a music promoter, and I stood back for a second and was like, gosh, I kind of am now. Um, it's not like I didn't start this for any reason but to help the music industry grow after COVID. I think it's done that for itself. And I've just helped it along the way that tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And if you watch a video and you go, oh, who's Amy's playing at my local bar? Next week I might just pop down and see them, and it helps them, and you go see them and you go, oh, do you know what, they're actually quite good. Or you watch me on here and you think, oh, trying to think of some Tom Peppard, I want to book him for my gig, he sounds like a great lad. If that's what it does that. That's what I want it to do. So yeah, that's the story of Let's Talk Music, how we started, why we started. And yeah, I have to thank people that are saying that they want to come on my channel because they can see the passion and the love and the support I have for local music, and not just because they want to come on my channel. Um, but because they can see the passion, because it's all I want is push that stuff out there. So yeah, on that note, thank you for watching, and you guys at home are some of the best people for this, because if without you watching I couldn't make, well, I would continue to make these videos, but there'd be no point, because the point in them is that you go, oh, I saw, well, I'm hoping the point in them is that you go, I saw um a band on here, whatever band, I'm trying to think of bands that like come to my head that, that I've interviewed, and I've interviewed too many that my brain is like, what? Oh, I live near them. They sound good. I'm gonna check them out on Spotify. I'm gonna go and follow them. That's bringing that together, you know. So thank you guys at home for watching, because not only does it mean a lot to me, it means a lot to the bands and the artists and the singers and everyone that comes on here to talk about their story. It means a lot to them as well. Yeah, so that is it really. That's kind of sums it up. Do go follow me on my socials. I will put it all in the description. But my Instagram, just to let you know, because Instagram was annoying and wouldn't let me have Let's Talk Music in any kind of form or way, I've had to just do Let Talk Music. So it's let underscore talk underscore music. So it's just Let's Talk Music with underscores in between without the S, because Instagram's annoying. I keep trying to change it in hopes that someone's got rid of their Instagram and I can have the name, but it, for now it's that. My Facebook is just Let's Talk Music. Um, and then yeah, my app for this is Let's Talk Music 96. Do follow those. And if you are into acting or anything as well, I do have I do have an Instagram for acting, which is just Marie Taylor Actor, I think. We'll have to double check that. But anyway, thank you for watching. Keep subscribing. Make sure you press that notification button to get notifications so you can see my face and you know when to watch. And comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz. Till then, keep on playing, keep on listening, and I'll see you soon.